represent the Daily Blonde. I want to know whether you think protesting a fine American corporation is the American way.
Of course it is.
Since July 8th, Israel has killed almost 2,000 Palestinians in Gaza, including 463 children and 249 women, and wounded nearly 10,000 people. Israel has also destroyed over 10,000 homes. 500,000 Palestinians in Gaza are homeless, internally displaced, and almost 400,000 children now need psychosocial treatment. Even though there's a temporary ceasefire, the siege of Gaza isn't over, and neither is the occupation. Israel's violence continues, and our activism can help end it. The activism of these brave organizers from Chicago's Anti-War Committee, Students for Justice in Palestine, and Jewish Voice for Peace is what we are here today to discuss. Boeing's planes are the ones that are launching the missiles and dropping the bombs on Gaza. The second largest arms manufacturer in the U.S., Boeing is complicit in the crimes of Israel and the U.S. It has provided at least 60 of the Apache attack helicopters to Israel, as well as the first payloads of pinpoint-accurate Hellfire missiles. And it has sold Israel thousands of tail kits designed to make dumb bombs into smart bombs, improving accuracy. Israel targets schools, hospitals, and children in playgrounds with weapons that are marketed based on their accuracy. So civilian deaths are not collateral damage. The killing of women, men, and children is deliberate, and Boeing makes it possible. So Boeing is clearly and understandably a target of activism for Palestinian rights and peace organizers. Our civil society, Palestinian civil society in Palestine, has asked us in the U.S. to up the ante. They have asked us to confront the war makers and those who profit from war. And one of our community's national leaders in New York, Lemis Deek, has taken it one step further, calling for waves of occupations of the offices of the war makers. These 5 activists who were arrested in Boeing 2 weeks ago have heeded the call, and we support and salute them. It is our responsibility to do everything in our power to stop Israel's savage war on the Palestinians, and people who are doing that should be honored, not criminalized. That is why we are here today and why we will continue to protest Boeing this coming Saturday at the Air and Water Show and beyond. No company that makes profit from the slaughter of civilians should be included in city events and programming, or should be allowed to do business as usual. Thank you. So Melinda, the protesters' attorney, had to leave. So I'm going to introduce a couple of the folks who were, one of the people that was arrested, and also a young Chicagoan who has family in Gaza, and a member of the Chicago Coalition to shut down Guantanamo. First, Newland Smith is a member of Chicago's Anti-War Committee and one of the protesters who was arrested at Boeing's headquarters. Newland.
Thank you. In April 1990, during the first Intifada, I was part of a small group taken by Samir Kapiti, the Anglican Bishop of Jerusalem, to the Ali Arab Hospital in Gaza City, where wounded Palestinians were being brought into this hospital. Several of us, while in the room of one of the Palestinians, were informed that the bullet removed from his leg had been manufactured in Pennsylvania. It was then that I realized that as an American citizen, I was accountable for Israel's assault on Palestinians. Hence, as a member of the Anti-War Committee, Chicago, and the Episcopal Peace Fellowship, I join my 4 colleagues in calling Boeing to account for providing the Israeli Air Force with F-15 and F-16 fighter planes being used by Israel in Operation Protective Edge. William Stringfellow, that Episcopal lay theologian and lawyer's words resonate with me. Quote, "And the word of God exposed death and all death's works and wiles, rebuke lies, cast out demons, exorcise, cleanse the possessed, raise those who are dead in mind and conscience. For me, Boeing's production and sale of weapons used by Israel in its assault on Gaza is an example of death's works.